What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Let me fix my camera because it's going to drive me up a goddamn wall. So, welcome back to some more WNBA action this time. It's going to be very interesting. Should be a good matchup between my Las Vegas Aces and the Dallas Wings, which I'm going to be honest, I'm excited for this matchup because I feel this is one of the games that I had circled on the schedule because, let's be real, I do want to. It's going off even, but I do want to see really seeing a team like Dallas, who well, obviously last season was mediocre, and seeing what this team can do. With AZ Flood not being in the mix, same with Paige Becker still being a what do you call it? Be a walking bucket, so to speak. I think it's gonna be close. I think this is gonna be one of the games that I believe is going to what do you call it? I would say be a bit of a dogfight because I think because the Wings have been playing some really good ball. Same with my Aces, and look, as much as I'd love to see my Aces win. Like I said, we'll see. We'll see how this game plays out with against the Wings, who I would be surprised to see. Well, right now I get it's still early in the season, but let's say Dallas has, well, let's be a complete freaking 180 from what they were last season. I think so far Jose Fernandez, so far in his first year as a head coach with the Wings, kind of looked to be more of on the lines of a success. Give me 1 second. I'm just text my boy. Tony. Shout out to the casuals as well. They're going to be also live too for Game 6 of the Western Conference semifinals. So it's gonna be fun. But before we get into it, if anyone is still in the chat or just tuning in, how's my mic quality? Because actually, I want to try at least do a little bit of a headset for a change, and kind of give my other mic a bit of a break as well. So that all being a relevant side note out of the way. If you guys are new, make sure to like, subscribe, make sure you guys hit the ring that post notification bell for all notifications you got, so you guys when we stay up to date with other stuff that me and Tyler do. Or you guys will see me, Tyler, and the rest of the casuals, Tony, Big Tony, TBK, Jeff, those guys. So shout out to them as well. So other than that, we're about to get ready for tip-off in about just a minute, maybe a couple of minutes here. But shout out to Daniel Barry, shout out to you, Steven, coming in. Shout out to the rest of the 14 total people that's up in here. And also, too, shout out to everyone who came in yesterday or the day before on Tuesday for the White Sox and the Twins game. Me and Tyler really greatly appreciate it for that because that game, granted, yes, I know the White Sox lost at Game 2 of that Twins series, but it was fun nonetheless. I mean, shout out to the Twins fans that somehow found us. Same with the White Sox. Same with the White Sox fans. We appreciate everything. Let's say this is what we try to do. Try to bring us some good content for y'all and the other stuff. But so other than that, so kind of my case of the game with Dallas, probably one short, sweet, to the point. Try and limit the turnovers because if y'all have tuned in to the last Wings game that myself and Tyler did, and considering the fact they had well over 15 plus turnovers, what is up, Tony? Yep. That's my boy Tony. Tony is in the building, who also, quick shout out to him, who is a Wings fan. So it's going to be fun to see our two respective teams going at it for, in a way you could say, somewhat kind of. We appreciate that, Tony. We greatly appreciate that. And it's just going to be me tonight, so Tyler will be taking the night off. So it is going to be interesting to see. And yes, we're going to be continuing this WB coverage depending on the weeks. So kind of update for Sunday. I didn't realize sometimes I tend to forget a lot of shit. and I didn't realize fucking Sunday was Clash in Italy because I've been more accustomed to having seen WWE pay per views on Saturdays rather than Sundays, so that was something that so we'll have that up and going with myself, Tyler, Tony, Jeff, TBK, which is gonna be a lot of fun. You know how it is with a bunch of friends sitting around here on the YouTube live stream. Yeah, and Saturday night is the Mass versus Mass match. We will also be live for that as well, ladies and gentlemen. We will be live for AAA, which is going to be a lot of fun too. So, other than that, guys, like what you see, like I said, just like, subscribe. Yes, sir. Yep. And then Raw tomorrow. Like I said, I have to get our schedule made to put together. Probably probably tomorrow or Saturday, depending on how it goes. So, either way, let's bring up the scoreboard for tonight's action. Yes, brought to you by Score Count because I love using this thing. It's probably one of the best. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, Cynthia Cooper and Michael Grady on the call. And yes, I have both rosters written down on this notepad because let's be real. Ever since I've been doing this, makes my job a whole lot easier doing these live play-by-plays. I always see when it comes to football, I just have to go by the eye test, pretty much by the eyes, because obviously with football and hockey, I did see that, Steven, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not kind of a guys that pray for his injuries and whatnot. Look, injuries are going to happen in the pro wrestling business at the end of the day, and yeah, he's going to be out for well over 6 months, so he's going to miss all the entirety of 2026. So it is going to be interesting to see. Well, because here's the thing too, Steven. I still think the Street Profits are taking the belts off the division regardless, because let's be real, WWE to me just never really seemed what they're doing with the tag division on both shows, to say the least, if that makes sense. But as we are looking back at the last matchup between the last game for the Aces, Barry got out of Atlanta with a 1-point victory, because when you really look at the Aces on paper, they're the kind of team that will blow most teams out of the water. I mean, like a Sparks, maybe. So we'll see. But look at the most points through the 6. Yeah, that is true too. And that's kind of proving the point there. But Kennedy Carter, man, originally, I'm going to admit this too, and I know I did see that, Tony. I did see that Haley Van Lith got. I'm trying to think who needs a fucking guard. I know we got too many guards, so I mean, it's like, I would say the only thing we need is probably size. I could see this. No, I can't see the storm. Jeez. I doubt she goes back to the Sky after they mishandled her. Now, like I said, it's definitely not Dallas because they got way too many fucking guards on that roster. I'm trying to think. You could say Toronto. You could say Portland. Possibly the Liberty. They could use a guard off the bench. What's going on, Darren? And then one of the things is like, what do you call it? I mean, like I said, Portland, Toronto could be an option. Maybe Phoenix. I could be. No, I don't think she. I could see. Like I said, probably the 3 teams that come to mind, like I said, is the Portland Fire, the Toronto Tempo, and probably the Phoenix Mercury, because there's probably a few other teams I'm probably missing. Maybe Minnesota could be a sneaky team. Atlanta could be an option. That's a really good point. But anyways, look at the starting lineups between the Aces and the Wings. You got Stephanie Talbot, Melissa Smith, Asia Wilson, Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray. Same starting fight that the Aces always rolled. And then with the with the Wings are going with the blue uniforms tonight. I like it. So we are officially going to get ready for tip-off in just about a couple of seconds with both Shepard and Melissa Smith. And Smith will win the tip. with Chelsea Gray leading the points here in quarter number one again for the Aces. And as for anyone catching this, Amazon Prime, now you have Young in the post, hands up to Wilson, back out to Young. Young on the wing. Young, little mid-range, little short. I believe so. There's Shepard. Now to Ngubawale. Actually, no, 23. Shepard to the cup. Little floater. Can't get that to fall. Read them out. Pull down, but it's Smith. Here comes Gray. Leading the charge. 9:15 to go. Here in the first. Gray looking. Hands it up to Young. Young. Out to Talbot. And just out of the reach of Smith. Turnover by the Aces. So Dallas will get possession. So there's Smith, now to Ngubawale. Back to Shepard. To Lana Smith for 3. Nope. A little bit too strong. Melissa Smith pulling down the rebound. Here comes Chelsea Gray. Out to Talbot. Back out to Wilson in the post. Nice double ball movement out to Jackie Young for 3. No rims and out. Offensive board. And we get that's going to be on the floor. So Maddie Seegers picks up her first. Team's first here in quarter number one. Becky Hammond, 121 wins as a head coach. 15th all-time in the WNBA. So Wilson with the side out to Wilson. Well, she thought about a 3, and there's pick in the pocket. Here comes Dallas on a 2. So Ngubawale on the wing. Screen by Shepard. That's the Segrets for 3. Down it goes. Already, Segrets on the board with the first 3 of the night. So now we got Gray. Now to Wilson to Jackie Young at the paint for the floater. Nope, too strong with the back iron. And here comes Segrets with the rebound. And here comes Ngubawale for the mid-range. Short. And there's Talbot with the board. And here comes Talbot. Looking out to that 3 is good from who's that? Was that? Oh, that was Chelsea Gray for 3. Sorry, I had to look. You would think I would know about some of the Aces roster by pretty much on the back of my hand. That mid-range can have to fall. Jackie Young gets her first rebound of the night. So it's under 7:30 to go here in the quarter number one. And Smith, hand off to Young, back out to Wilson. Wilson looking and posting up. Nice little mid-range. Down it goes for the 4-time MVP. Maybe, but I mean, so they got Smith and blocked by Gray and stepped out of bounds and still stays with it looks like to me, I ain't complaining about it. And Becker's, man, got introduced to the block party, courtesy of Chelsea Gray. And there's Fudd on the handoff. Fudd from the mid-range. Down it goes for AZ Fudd. So Gray to Wilson in the post. Nice turnaround jumper for Asia. Drops it down for 2. So now we got Segrist. Hands it out to Ngubawale. Here comes Ngubawale. Thought of it. Hands off to Shepard. Shepard taking on Smith. Spins. And we'll draw the contact. We'll go to the line for the 3-point play. 6:21 to go here in the first. Yeah, well, nice little acquisition. Ain't wrong. So Shepard to the line for 3. And she hits the three. So 8-7. Dallas leads. So now we got Young leading the point. Picked up. Now we got Drew Lloyd on the floor. Nice look to Smith. And she coughs it up. And we're going the other way. So 4 turnovers by the Aces. Hey, this also applies to what I said earlier. Got to limit the turnovers if you're both Vegas and Dallas. So now we got Beckers. Picked up by Gray at the top of the key. Now moving to the wing out to Ngubawale. And screened by Segrist. Looking to Segrist from the deep 2. No. Rebound by Asia Wilson. Hands it off to Jackie Young. Back out to Wilson. Hands it off to Gray. Gray. And we got a foul on the floor. And that's going to be Paige Becker's first. That'll be team second here in quarter number 1 for the Wings. That's going to be another thing, too. You got to also limit the fouls, too, if you're Dallas, too. So, side out for Vegas. Gray looks out to Jackie Young. I agree. I'm with you on that. That little ticky-tack, but... And up pull a jumper go. Nice offensive board by Nalissa Smith, and we'll draw the contact. It's a good looking jersey, though. I will say that. It's a good looking jersey. Yeah. Nothing goes a good old glass of milk. Will do you good. So Smith's in the line for 2. With the Wings already with 3 team fouls in the first. A little bit too strong off the back iron. So coming up next on Prime Video, we get the Fever and the Golden State Valkyries. I have a feeling that game's going to turn a little bit ugly. I miss them both there. So Shepard with the board. Now we got Beckers. Yeah, that's crazy, especially the fact that... So Beckers posting up and... Nice look out to Segrist for 3. No, rimmed in and out. And there's Gray with the rebounding. Gray leading the point for the Aces. Down by 1. Reach about the 5-minute mark. Gray with a Euro step. No, too strong. And Segrist again with the rebounding. Here goes Shepard. Posting up on Smith. Bit of a mismatch. And there's Fudd and the bottom. No, damn, nice putback for... And Dallas already ahead by 3 with just over 4.5 to go here in quarter number 1. So we got Gray to Wilson, looking up to Smith in the post. Smith puts it up, and that is good for 2 for Nalissa Smith. So now we got Beckers. Out to Shepard. Shepard looking, hands it off to Gumbawale on the handoff. Gumbawale looking. Nice look to Segrist for 3. Bang! Man, you see, this is what I think a timeout by Vegas. Down by 4 with 4:08 remaining here in quarter number 1. So far up to this point, yes. The missed shots, I know it's gonna hurt. Not saying it's gonna hurt both teams, depending on how many missed shots they're gonna take. Number 2, yes, and also you're gonna have to battle the ticky-tack fouls because obviously, I appreciate that. We'll still be here. At the same time, it's one of those things that's I don't know, but look at the Wings; they're doing everything right. Good ball movement. Hell, and the fact forcing 4 turnovers on my Aces, which kudos. I'm not going to complain about that. Because like I said, I think the Wings, compared to not what I'm saying, but the last few games, I would say they've gotten better defensively, considering the fact that, yes, and I know, I think it was the last game I think we did, or I think it was the after what I watched, that Jose Fernandez made some questionable comments about this team being selfish to an extent, which I know people took that out of context. But if you're looking from a coaching side of things, we have a team that's, let's be real, has good majority of guards, which, to be honest, that's kind of Dallas's fault. To an extent, to have that many guards, like mostly guard play. And yes, and they get Jessica Shepard who can do both the power forward and the center spot. I know it sounded harsh coming out. I mean, to an extent, yes. But it was, I would say, it was a little bit of a bad look from Jose Fernandez to say that this entire team is selfish. When you got, one or two guards that are primary and known to be iso ball, and for the most part, which you kind of already knew that when he first took the job. I'm not saying it to. It's probably only slight criticism I have with with Fernandez, but I still think the Wings are going to be a really good team going forward because I still think the talent is there. I mean, Paige Beckers is a walking bucket. Once you get AZ Flood going as well, what she can do, for those who did watch her at UConn, I think she's going to be very solid player for years to come for this Dallas team. I do love Maddie Siegrist coming out of Nova. Even though I would say the Wings to me kind of irked me, and Tyler can attest to this too if he was here, that I wish the Wings would have used her a whole lot more than what they did. What do you call it? In her rookie season. But I mean, I don't know. So Kennedy Carter, 120 points off the bench, most through 6 games in a season in WWE history. That's crazy. And I will say, dude, with the Kennedy Carter, I know a lot of people do not like her. To an extent, I'm pretty sure that's mostly Fever fans for obvious reasons. Originally, at the time when she brought in, I was not high on the signing of Kennedy Carter, but as soon as how she's been playing, I kind of changed my tune. It changed my look with her fit on the team. But we are back at a commercial break with Kennedy Carter now leading the point down by 4. Hands it off to Young. Jackie Young looking. Screened by Wilson. Young. And we got a foul. And looks like that's going to get to Dallas at the 3:54 mark. So side out for the Aces. So now we got Young. Under 4 minutes to go. Hands it back off. And she pulls up for 2. Down it goes. All right. Back to a 2-point game with 3:45 to go here in quarter number 1. So now we got Beckers. Looks like out to Shepard, back to Beckers. Wide open look for 2. I don't know where the defense was at the time. So it looks like we have what do we have on the floor for the Wings? Looks like we got Odyssey Sims now on the floor for the Wings. Carter for the deep 2. Down it goes. Not gonna say I'm really liking what Carter's doing off the bench. So now we got Beckers. Still up by 2. Screen. That's what. And Quare can't get that to fall. Rebound to Young. Hands it off to Carter. Carter speeding a couple defenders, but had to put the brakes on. He hands it off to Young. Screen by Wilson. Young for 2. Down it goes. We got a tie game at 15. With just under about 2:40 to go here in the first quarter. So already 4 points for Young. So now we got Shepard at the top of the key. And nice look to Beckers for 2. I will say they're getting better. So now we got Young. Young with a floater. Nope, too strong. And that's going to go out of bounds. And that's going to stay with Vegas. Apparently, they said that. Oh, interesting. That's what Carter can give you. And I love that. So, now I got Wilson. Tough shot. Can't get that to fall. No offensive board. And we'll draw it. And there's the foul again. That is number 5. It looks like we have Cheyenne Parker Tyus now on the floor for the Aces. I think the only one person I do not want to see on the floor for Vegas, I'm probably someone of the minority as Kirsten Bell because she nothing does but fucking cardio, depending on how she's being used. But the first free throw by Tyus is good. 17-16, and it looks like we're going to have Shepard take a bit of a breather with Maddie Siegrist coming back onto the floor for the Wings. Obviously, the Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki is in the building. Anybody knows about Dallas basketball? It's fucking Dirk himself, and both free throws are good from Tyus. So now we got Sims. So that's the James. Wally on the wing. Oh, Wally to the paint, and offensive foul. We're going the other way. It looked like Lloyd might actually took a bit of a tough shot. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit of contact to the face, but I think that. So now we got the official review, but also shout out to Tony that was in here. I want to also give other quick shout outs to Steven, Daniel Barry, who was in here. So we appreciate every. So it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. So let's. Yeah, I don't think it was that much of a hostile. It was just an incidental contact, trying to fight through the defense. So we'll see. I think to me, I'm going to say this is going to be a common foul. Oh, not the best look. I will say that much. So in review, shout out to the 35 total viewers. For those who are wondering, yes, we are coming to you live from YouTube, Twitch, and our Twitter page. If anybody's looking where to find that, it's all in the description. Or if you guys are watching this, it'll be on the overlay as you can see it as well. So we're all live on different social platforms. So now we're going to see what the call is. So it's a flagrant one on a Wale. So it'll be a technical free throw coming for the Aces. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel. I get it. I get it. It's part of the rules and whatnot, but it's kind of dumb, in my honest opinion. So free throw coming for the Aces, and Gray will make the free throw. I think she might be having two, actually. I think it's 2 in the possession. She hits them both. So 19-17 currently right now, the current score here with less than 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. So now we got Kennedy Carter surveying at the top of the key. She pulls up for three. Yes, sir. So Aces on a 7-0 run after a nice little three from Kennedy Carter. So now we got Choir, actually. Choir, no, he gets tripped. That's be foul number 2 against Vegas. And that's on Parker Tyus. That's her first. Team second. And they whoop. Damn, just accidentally just tripped her. Ah, well. That happens. So, 2 free throws coming for Dallas. And the first by Kawhi is, that one is good. 22-18. About under a $1.30 to go here in quarter number 1. Oh, last game against the Liberty, put up 10 points. And she hits them both. 22-19. We got a 20. Well, actually, no, it's 23-19. So now we got Gray. Out to Wilson. Wilson, nice look. And no, that's too. Yeah, it was a missed opportunity to at least. But there's Isaiah James looking at the choir, and that was Wilson getting her hand on it. And we're staying Dallas basketball with about a 105 here in the first quarter. Current 4-time WA MVP and also Defensive Player of the Year to boot. So now we got Odyssey Sims for the side out on the baseline. There's Isaiah James. Of course, Kirsten Bell's on the floor. Nope. Thank God they missed that because I am. So now we got Carter. Yep. Damn, putting nice recovery by Chelsea Gray. Nice look for 2 for Cheyenne Parker Tyus. So 9-2, those Aces bench is outscoring the Wings. So we got Sims. Out to a Wale. Screen by Choir. Nope. Nothing there. Double team on Wale. Nice look to Choir in the post. Maddie Segrist gets a knock out of her hands. 25.9 remaining here in the first quarter. So 4 seconds on the shot clock. And there's, wow, Christopher actually did something useful for a change. Carter to the cup. That is easy. 26-19. So now we got Sims. Already 7 points for Kennedy Carter. And Sims will draw the contact and stops at clock at 4.9 remaining here in quarter number 1. Here. So Sims to the line for 2. And the first. That gets it to fall. 6-point lead for the Aces. And hits it both. Leads up to 5. Stops at 3.4. So both teams have a bonus. Nope, and that's quarter 1's in the books here, folks. So Aces take quarter 1, 26-21. Anyways. Yep. Ugh, Lord. Ugh. Let's say overall, not a bad first quarter. I mean, could be worse. Obviously, with a lot of missed shots. Very ugly turnovers by Vegas. But yeah, it's not something that. But yeah, so other than that, I mean, yes, I mean, you have like one ticky tack foul. You had a flagrant against Dallas, but they still hung in there with Vegas. So I mean, it's only a 5 point affair. To say, but but shit, gotta love it though. You gotta love it as well. Uh, uh, mm. Now, as we look at showing the career accolades of Dirk Nowitzki, 2011 NBA champion, a 2011 Finals MVP. All right, out of the break. So now we got Shepard. Well, that might be a long. So that's Becker's out to Shepard in the post, and we'll draw the contact to the. That's be on the floor. Alrighty, we are officially back. Well, not back from the halftime, but I'm back from, I had to step off screen for a bit. But, um, yeah, I mean, so far, uh, that part of the second quarter, I thought I was going to say, oh, it's going to be getting out of hand, but it's like, well, I guess what do you call it? The Wing says that, nope, we're going to have better ideas. So, look at the top scorers for currently right now. You have Kenny Card right now leading the Aces right now in double figures with 12 points, one rebound. Jack Young, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Asia Wilson, not also 9 points, 2 rebounds, or 2 assists, 1 rebound. Looking at the Wings, 11 points, 1 assist for Beckers, 9 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, 8 rebounds for Jessica Shepard, and Easy Fudd, 9 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. All right. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah. So other than that, not much going on. Going into the quarter number 3. I didn't mean to do that. Ugh, damn. So the Fever, looking at this year, are first in the WNBA in points per game at 93.7 points per game. Fifth in field goal percentage at 46% from the field. Surprise. Well, then again, that doesn't surprise me when you have Caitlin Clark averaging just under 24 a game with nine assists. Mm. Whew. Damn. All right. So Aces and Wings are just coming out of half, leading by 8 over the Dallas Wings, who, man, actually, let's look at the standing so far within the WNBA, especially here in the Western Conference. So right now, as it stands, with a victory for Las Vegas, they will tie Minnesota for the top spot in the West, with Dallas dropping to 4-4. Well, see what other games are going on. So not much there. Not much at the moment. So teams are kind of expected to be a little bit terrible. Pretty much Connecticut. I mean, not really much going on there. Because let's be real, know the fact that this is the last season in Connecticut, going where they go into Houston. Anyway, So, time for quarter number 3, 8-point game here in Arlington. Les Burrell. A little bit, I would say, in certain parts of the game has been very somewhat sloppy. I mean, with a couple of multiple turnovers. I mean, just also some undisciplined at times. To be honest, what is this? What can you really do? So that all being said, we're looking at some highlights during the first half. Chelsea game with the no look behind the pass. So look at the first half stats: 53 points to 17 boards for Vegas, with 13 assists, 21 to 40 from the field, 6 to 12 from three, and pretty much both teams pretty much match each other with 17 rebounds as a team. And but yeah, so now we kick it off now with Chelsea. Damn, looking at Chelsea Gray with a nice open look to Jackie Young for 2. Leaves back up 10. Coming out of the. So and there's Fudd to Seagraves, back to Fudd. Fudd. Screen by Shepard. Shepard will challenge Melissa Smith at the bucket. Nope. Offensive board. And out of bounds, still stays with the Dallas Wings. 9:13 remaining here in the third quarter. So now we got Fudd. She pulls up for a 3. Damn. Yeah, showing the range all right. So now we got Gray. Yeah, 80 Fudd, 2 or 4 from 3, but also going with 12 points. Chelsea, who's like Gray, tried to direct traffic out to Wilson, who was it's a bit quiet though, for the mid-range candidate. Get the fault. Nice board by Alyssa Smith, put back. That is good. 57-48. So offensive Becker is nice mid-range for 2. Deficit down to 7. So both teams I would say the least the positive, both teams are trading shots. And that is going to be a foul. That's going to go against, looks like Jessica or Maddie Seegers. That might be Maddie Seegers getting called for the foul. Yeah, and Talbot trapped it. Talbot's been, I will say, I like the pickup, but she has been kind of disappointing since coming to Las Vegas. So Maddie Seegers picks up her second, team's first here in the third. So Chelsea Gray to inbound for Vegas. Nice look to Jackie Young. Young to Wilson. Picked up by Shepard. Wilson at the free throw line will take off the glass, high up the glass, can't get that to fall. That's Shepard with another rebound. That's Shepard for 3, can't get that to fall. Wilson pulls down the board. About 8 minutes to go here in the third. 7-point game. Wilson to Young. Young on the wing, picked up by Fudd. Out to Gray. Nice look to Smith. Tough shot, can't go. Good defense by the Wings, and especially in particular Jessica Shepard getting the hand up. And there's Beckers. And that is a nice look for 2. Leads up down to 5. For a team that was up 7-2 run the last minute 45. And Wilson will draw the contact. So 2 free throws coming for Wilson. It's going to be interesting, too. It's like, so it'll be second team foul on the Wings. So side out for Chelsea Gray. There goes Jackie Young. Looking to Wilson from the mid-range on the free throw line. No. Nice put back by Talbot for two. And about time Talbot actually does something for a change. Oh my God. So we got Melissa Smith picking up a technical. What are we fucking doing? Free throw's good. What the fuck did she do? Yeah, Joel, take it with the official. That'll do it. You don't do that. So now we got Beckers down by 6 here in the third quarter. And that's can't have to fall for Beckers. Here comes Jackie Young. Get a little screen help from Melissa Smith. Jackie Young, tough traffic for two. Leads back up to 8. Nice to look to shut. Wow. Nobody could even get back on defense to save their asses, and that's good for 2. For Dallas leads back down to 6. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists for Jessica Shepard. Got a kick ball. What are we? Lord oh fucking mighty, dude. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, here comes the nonsense. So now we got Beckers down by 6 once again. Picked up by Gray on the wing. No pun intended, that is. Alto Gubawale. Looking out to Shepard in the post. Nice stop by the double team. Out to Segrist. Segrist pulls up. Too strong. And Segrist gets her own rebound. Out to Shepard. And that is good for 2. I don't know why Asia was standing flat-footed. And timeout on Vega. Hell, here we fucking go. The interior defense isn't doing diddly squat in this half. So 6:02 remaining. Kind of, am I surprised? Probably not, because this is a bit of a I will say this is a bit of a slightly concerning problem going back to last year, and probably because the interior defense, I don't know, they're getting out rebounded by and no disrespect to the wings, by the wings who are running a small ball type of lineup, except for Jessica Shepard, who, mind you, is beating you on the boards. It gets to the point where it's that, maybe Stephanie Talbot, I don't know what the fuck, she's doing cardio. Kristen Bell, as good as an okay defender that she is, she already did cardio. Melissa Smith already got picked up a technical, and clearly can't do shit, apparently, here tonight. And clearly when the defense is in their... And yes, I know, it's like, because this is what to be expected, from a team like the Aces. Well, not say to be expected, but I would say it gets to the point where it's like, it makes you frustrated. Now, am I really going to be really super pissed off and freak the fuck out? Probably not. But the one thing that I do see that is a bit of a consistent problem, they're not closing out on the 3, not fighting for they've been fighting for the rebounds. Sure, I'll give you to an extent. But you're letting Jessica Shepard... First of all, you got to box out Jessica Shepard. I know that's going to be easier. That's easier said than done. But she's already beaten you on the boards for at least, 11 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken? Like, in all seriousness, though, dude. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. Goddamn ever. Yeah, but okay, 10. So close enough. Obviously, they're showing what happened at the press conference back on May 14th, which obviously kind of went viral because of all the wrong reasons. Well, that and also coughing out the basketball. In the last 4 games for the Wings, 3-1 with a 87.8 points per game differential, and that's plus improved compared to the first 3 games of the season. So 602, 4-point game here in Arlington. Now we got Gray looking out to Jackie Young. Young to snap this cold, and Wilson finally puts it up in 2 for 2 to snap the cold stretch to end that run from the Dallas Wings. So Wilson already 11 points, 5 of 11 from the floor. Here comes Beckers. And then we'll draw the contact. And you bit for the pump fake. Oldest trick in basketball. And well, speaking of the Aces blowing a 13-point lead going after the first half.
You blew it!
Yeah, you goddamn blew it. First free throw, wow, misses by Beckers. So, and the second by Beckers, 1-2, leads down to 5. So now we got Jackie Young. Out to Wilson in the post. Turnaround jumper gets the friendly roll for 2. There you go. So 65-58 here. And now we got Sims. No, so that's a good one. Wale. Apologies. Out to Fudd. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Shepard to the bet from the mid range. No, too strong. Pulled down by Nalissa Smith. Yeah, finally actually do something. Nice look to Jewel Light for 3. No, too strong. Loose ball foul. We're going the other way. Yeah. Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of missing Kia Stokes to an extent. So now we got Beckers. Now to Shepard, who's been pretty much their leading scorer up to this point in the game, and their leading rebounder. Hands it off to Beckers. Beckers, turnaround jumper. No, too strong. Rebound to Wilson. And we'll take it herself. Nice little Dirk fadeaway. Can't go. Rebound for Shepard again. Shepard looking, hands it off to Fudd for the mid range. And we'll draw the. You got to be. What is this Aces team doing? Here we go. Already getting sloppy. So Fudd to the line for 2. And the first. And no. That's the second mystery, though, all night by the Wings. Easy. Okay, go. Take the lead for the Wings. That got Quire. Picked up by Wilson. Turn around. No, short. And Wilson comes down with the rebound. So Las Vegas got lucky on that front. Carter to the cup. No. Rebound. Who wants it? To Shepard. That is her 16th. You gotta be shitting me. Shepard is having herself a fucking night, dude. Queer out to Beckers. Screen by Queer. Back out to Shepard. Oh, another turn. Oh, bad turnover by the Wings. So 2:08 to go in the third. That is the seventh combined for the fifth. So combined for 12 turnovers between these two teams up to this point. Ridiculous on both sides. Young, and there is a foul. That's going to go against. It looks like that's going to be on Beckers. $1:58 to go. Oh my God, dude. What? My God. There. So Jackie. So 4. And that is good. And Brianna Turner finally gets on the board. So now we got Shepard to Clark. Clark looking out to Kawir. Out to Beckers. Beckers. Out to Kawir. Looking to Shepard in the post. Or so that's Alicia. Yeah, Shepard. And she draws the contact, and then she's going to the. You have got to be fucking kidding me, dude. Get Kristen Bell off the goddamn floor. Nothing but queen of fucking cardio. I swear to God. Makes no other. And hits them both. Hits the free throw. 1 point game. And I know the Dallas is a good team, which I'm not taking away from. So both teams are now in the penalty. Sheesh. The Google Wally still on the bench. Obviously, the wings are down Alana Smith. But the fact of the matter is, it's like, that really doesn't really mean much. But the first free throw is good for Jackie Young to increase it back to 2. When you were up 13. And, 1 or 2. Here we fucking go. Oh, definitely, I know that's going to be this is going to be a video for sure. So now we got Beckers with 1:10 here in the third. Out to Kawir. Picked up by Bell. Nice bag out to Clark to Fudd on the baseline. Off the glass, and that is good. It's a fucking tie game. Are you serious, Vegas? You're up 13 at the end before the end of the first half. And Wilson gets it to fall. So now we got Shepard. And to the cut. And now we're. Oh, Jesus Christ. This Aces team tonight is really testing my fucking patience. Testing my fucking sanity. So now we got Gray. Out to Lloyd for 3 and blocked by Beckers. And the shot clock off. Here comes Shepard. To Beckers to the cup. Oh, just and those Aces just. And that is going to do it. Period. Quarter number 3 is in the books. Final 10. A 27-19 third quarter. So, Vegas. For a franchise that is talented as hell, has brought back-to-back championships, and yes, had a bit of a down year last season, and you're playing like this. And like I said before, the Wings are a good team. I'll give them benefit of the doubt on that. They're playing pretty good defense. Jessica Shepard is stepping up in the absence of Alana Smith. Already have a double-double, possibly could have a triple-double by if that before the end of the night. It gets to the point where it's like she is giving the Ace. She is become a bane of the Ace's existence. Like I said, I mean, I'd give all the credit in the world to Jessica Shepard. And we got tie game here and going to corner number 4. Like I said, I know people say, "Oh, why are you complaining too much?" I mean, but seriously, you're letting Jessica Shepard beat your asses on the fucking glass on both sides of the fucking floor. Not to mention the fact she's already put almost 20 points. Right, like you, if I'm Becky Hill, oh boy, what I don't know if they have a next off. Yeah, already 20 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. Yeah, because clearly Melissa Smith can't fucking guard for shit. Apparently, and I don't know, man. I need to start to question. Asia Wilson's doing everything in her power to to try to take this. Yeah, 20 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 17 points for Wilson. Not, it's kind of crazy to say this is probably one of the down games you could say for Asia Wilson because normally she usually averages 25 to 30 sometimes a night. There we go. So third quarter, 26-11. Damn, pretty much got outscored, out rebounded, and out assisted. A nice look to Kennedy Carter, who completely fucking misses that. So now we got Shepard picked up by Parker Tyus, and Tyus almost picked the pocket of Shepard. Here comes Beckers. Beckers from the mid range. Yeah, who wants it? And out of bounds, who touched it last? That's the question. So now we got Shepard. Shepard to the cup. And that is good. And Dallas takes the lead. First lead since 17-16. Are you fucking serious? Did I just watch a fucking choke job? You have got to be fucking kidding me. There's ties to the cup. Nope. And that's no good. There's Shepard again with another rebound. Was it 17? I lost count how many rebounds she freaking has. Nice look at the Clark for 3. No, shorty. Oh, Jesus. So now we got Chelsea Gray. No, can't get that to fall. So now I got Shepard. Pretty much doing everything she wants to the Aces. Beckers for 3. No, way too strong off the backside. And out of bounds. Dallas going the other way to Vegas. Yeah, it gets to the. All right, so 8-10. Now we got Jackie Young down by 2. 22 points. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Young out to tie us for 3. Down it goes. Finally. Cheyenne Parker ties, puts the Aces back up 1. After testing my fucking sanity pushing me to my fucking sanity in the third quarter. There's Clark, the former ace herself. There's Fudd. Easy Fudd looking. Try to get some help, and that's almost picked the pocket, and we got a jump ball. 7:32 here in the fourth. All right, jump ball, center court. Was it a lane violation? Okay, that was interesting to say the least. Now we got Gray up by 1. Out to Jackie Young. Screen by Wilson. Young out to Wilson. Wilson fade away. No, that is short. Kawir with the board. Hands it off to Beckers. At the 7:05 marking. Now I got Shepard. Out to Beckers. Kawir for 3. Down it goes. Oh, fuck me, I guess. Can't do shit. And there goes Gray to the copy. And can she? No! Rebound to AZ Fudd. Oh, it's going to be one of those fucking times, isn't it? Here comes Fudd to the couple door. Oh, down it goes. You have got to be fucking kidding me. Well, timeout by Vegas, apparently. Oh, you. Makes. Oh, boy. I don't think I've never been. Oh, my Lord. And now my ear itches. All right. So 79, 75. Wings out in front. So now we got Wilson of the basket for 2. And Asia Wilson, 19 points, 9 of 18 from the field. And that's another turnover by the Aces. Young out to Wilson. To the cup, or is it a little mid-range candidate? Get that to fall. There's Smith fighting, ripping the rebound away, and somehow got lucky not turn the ball over. There's Gray to the cup of the floater. No, and Melissa Smith, you are barbecue chicken. Yeesh. There's Shepard. Under 5.5. Beckers to Clarkey. Back to Beckers. Beckers for 3. No. Rebound to Wilson. Gets it to Young. And Young can't get that to fall. So now we got fucking kidding me. Well, I mean, the fact that fucking Vegas is still outscoring Dallas in bench points, but yet everything else is just not going right. There's Wilson gets fouled. So 4:37 to go here in the fourth. Now we got Young down 5.
You blew